about me? Why do people always talk behind my back? I can't believe they're saying that rumor about me. How the hell do I shut it down? Believe it or not, these are all phrases of a people pleaser. But a bitch who we know is confident, headstrong, and would never give any Fs, never say any of these phrases because she's not concerning herself with what other people's opinion of her is in the first place. I know it's so unfair and so mean that people are talking bad about you, but trying to find out more information or spending any of your energy on coming up with a comeback is you giving away all of your power to them. And on this side of the internet, we're all about taking our power back. And in this series on how to be a bitch, because this is episode 2, I'll be breaking down how a bad bitch would handle this situation with pure confidence. By the end of this video, you will know the best response to any bullies and haters you will ever come across, and you will also experience a complete villain era mindset shift that will make you absolutely unstoppable and unhurtable by anyone ever again. How to respond to bullies. Step number 1, the bitch knows it's never about her. It's so important for you not to internalize the way that other people treat you, because somebody's mistreatment of you is a more accurate reflection of them and their insecurities than anything personal going on with you. Think about it like this. If somebody out there is working overtime to try and tear you down and dim your light, it is the clearest representation that they see your power or they see your potential and they are threatened by it. And so instead of doing the higher self thing, which is confronting themselves about that insecurity and working on themselves so they don't get triggered by your confidence, they instead project it on you. It's really all down to triggers and the shadow self. And the bitch, she is smart and she is educated. She knows all about this, which is why she's never bothered about what anybody else does, because she spends more time on her self-development rather than concerning herself about all of this outside noise. She knows everyone has a shadow self. Your shadow self is a part of you that is hidden away and that you have rejected because there's some sort of trauma or insecurity around it. You yourself struggle to accept this part of yourself, and so you hide it away. You don't even see that it's a part of you. But when you are confronted with another person or maybe another situation who is displaying this characteristic that you hold within your shadow self so clearly, so proudly, so confidently, and they are fully accepting it and putting it out to show, obviously it's going to trigger you, because inside you have this inherent belief that it's wrong, that it can't be accepted, that you've been shamed for having this quality in the past, and somebody's out here just parading around like that. And this is exactly what happens with haters. Sometimes you will directly trigger their shadow self and it automatically brings them to want to tear you down because of the difficult emotions it is bringing up in themselves. Duh. 2, the bitch does not deny. Bullies target people they perceive as weak. They want to see you upset and distressed because it gives themselves this sense of power that they clearly know they do not have. And this is why a very common piece of advice is to always stay calm and collected, to show your hater, your bully, or whoever's mistreating you that their insults of you do not have power over you and do not have any effect on you. And eventually they'll become bored and they'll find somebody else to pick on, right? But I'm gonna go a step further with this. The absolute worst thing you can do in this situation is not only fight back, but explain yourself. Explaining yourself as to why their insults and criticisms of you, which is already low vibrational and disgusting behavior, aren't true. You are gonna say, but please believe me, this is why it's not true. Why would you say that about me? Can you see yourself? Why are you succumbing to their low vibe loser energy? When you fall for this trap they're trying to give you, which is trying to defend yourself so desperately and tell them why it isn't true and why what they're saying about you is wrong, it's giving, please believe me, I really want you to like me energy, rather than, that's so ridiculously false, I'm not even going to entertain it with an argument energy. And so an example of this, and warning, not everybody is gonna like this, but this personally works wonders for me, and this is exactly what the bitch would do. I'm the bitch, right? And a hater over here is trying to tell me that I am so selfish, and they're trying to tear me down and tell me that I'm a bad person because I'm so selfish. And normally a people pleaser would be like, no, what do you mean? And I do this and this and this, how could you ever say that to me? No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna give our power and our precious time and energy to them. Instead, the bitch would respond, you're so right, I am so selfish. I know I'm so selfish. I love being selfish. And then watch them stand there and stutter on what they could possibly say next, because I promise you, they were never expecting you to come back with that, because their first intention with saying all of that was to hurt you, and instead you've come back at them with acceptance, with owning their allegation. Who cares? Because truly nothing says I don't give an F better. When you start explaining to somebody why you're worthy of respect and kindness, you're basically telling them, I care about what you think about me and I want you to like me and I care about the way you speak to me. I don't. You are irrelevant to me. Literally anything that comes out of your mouth is in one ear and out the other. I could not care less about what you, of all people, have to think about me. For that reason, of course I'm selfish. Of course I'm a bad person. Yes, here you go. Run with it. Run with it. Believe it. I don't care, because if you think I'm a bad person, that is never gonna be on my radar. You are never one of the people in my life that I am gonna care as to what they think about me. After all, do you guys know the #1 hate comment that I get on all of my videos? You are so self-obsessed. That is an insult that I've been receiving for maybe over a year. And since repeatedly receiving that insult from haters online, guess what I did? I made a #1 charting, Spotify partnered, billboard displaying podcast with the exact same title. So who's hurt now? Step 3. Your response is your character. Think about it this way. Haters and criticisms are designed to tear down your character and bring out your supposed flaws. But what they don't tell you is this is simply a tactic used to try to bring out the flaws they think and hope you have in order to actually tear you down. They mistreat you, they wait for you to inevitably react to their bad behavior, and then they use your reaction to then spread further criticisms and insults about you in the form of blame shifting, telling you how crazy you are. Oh my god, can you believe that she said this to me? I can't believe she said that, when all you were really doing was defending yourself and responding to the way that they started it. But the bitch, she's always 10 steps ahead, and she is not about to let any of you have the last laugh. She sees right through this little game, because referencing point #1, the bitch knows it's never about her. It is so important to set your boundaries and stand up for yourself, and also remember that you are always teaching others how you will be treated and what type of behavior that you accept from others. But there's a way to do it, and there's a reason why being the bigger person is such a popular piece of advice, because it never fails. People can talk shit about your character all they want, but the way that you actually carry yourself and show your character through your actions will immediately debunk all of those allegations without you having to say a thing. So if you're going to answer back, always do it with grace and maturity. It's the ultimate form of unbothered energy. 4. The bitch kills them with happiness, not kindness. The bitch is not a big believer in killing your haters with kindness, because she's too busy pouring all of that energy back into herself. She's not out here wasting any time on thinking about how can I show them some kindness and how can I show them that I'm this and that. No, she's pouring that kindness back into herself, and she's working on her happiness. And by working on her happiness and leveling up in her life, that right there is the ultimate form of revenge. Thriving in your own life, living in your authenticity, and doing every single thing they say you can't do and that they criticize you for doing. And finally, for chapter #1, confidence is the ultimate response to any bully or hater. As we already know, haters and bullies thrive off of projection. It's literally their daily lifestyle. They are so insecure themselves that they are directly triggered by a confident person. But the more they see you confident, the more they're going to be triggered, to the point that they'll actually back away and find somebody that they perceive weaker to pick on, because it all becomes too much for them. See, the reason that they criticize you and pick you as a target in the first place is because your confidence was threatening them, and now they're trying to take it away from you. They are trying to knock you down a peg so that you are on equal standing, or so that they can be put on a pedestal above you, because they don't like the fact that you seem a lot higher up than them right now. If you didn't, they wouldn't be talking to you in the first place, because they would be so confident, secure, and feeling safe in themselves that they know they're better than you, that they would never say anything in the first place. And so when they are trying to tear you down, coming back with confidence time and time and time again, which is the original source of this trigger and this situation, will trigger them so much that the problem just cancels itself out. Confidence can be built in many different ways, and I break down all of these methods in my confidence guide on my YouTube channel. But in a nutshell, confidence can be brought about through repeatedly exposing yourself to your fears and discomfort, positive affirmation, identity switching, which you can learn more about in that video, and even online resources. You can take out all of the effort of trying to figure out how to be confident, and you can just turn to the internet to solve all of your problems. Like I said, you can literally watch my YouTube video and you will be shown everything you need to know, or you can use amazing platforms like Skillshare to know everything you need to know about building positive and long-lasting self-esteem. I have seen many confidence classes online. Take it from a former insecure shy girl who used to Google how to be confident throughout a lot of her teen years. Chapter 2, your villain era mindset shift. The moment you realize your opinion of yourself holds so much more weight than any opinion any other person has of you, you will stop tolerating what you have been this entire time. And social media calls this your villain era. I call it realizing your worth, stepping into your most confident energy, and not letting people treat you any less than you deserve. A villain era is just deciding to put yourself first, but there is this common misconception that entering your villain era means that you're rude, you're unkind, you're cold to others, you don't care about anybody else. But actually it just means prioritizing yourself, setting boundaries, learning to say no, taking care of your own needs, and filling your cup before you fill anybody else's. Why? To protect your own mental health, to build your own self-love, to make sure that you are at your happiest and fullest capacity. energy. And the reason that this basic self-respect and self-love is called a villain era is because once you start putting yourself first and once you start setting your boundaries, people are going to be very upset because certain people will vilify you for setting these boundaries and putting yourself first, because now you're inconvenient to them. Now you're not being who they want you to be, because now you're finally filling your own cup. And somebody who is self-assured, self-confident, and takes no isn't very fun to haters and bullies. And so they'll use words like selfish, entitled, or self-obsessed to mock you. So to really understand how we're going to be entering our villain era, let's look at the difference between how a super nice people pleaser girl versus a bad bitch would react in these situations. Yeah, I'm upset they disrespected me, but what am I supposed to say? I don't want to cause any issues. I will tell you exactly how to treat me and what type of behavior that I am going to accept. I won't shout at you, I won't scream at you, and I won't insult you like you are doing me, because I have more maturity and grace than that. But I am not about to let you get away with this for the sake of having company and trying to be easygoing and nice because it comforts you. I give no F's about losing friends or having less people in my life as a result, because if you're of low quality, you barely counted as a person in my life in the first place. People at work are always trying to downplay my intelligence or insult my work, so what should I say back to like get back at them, you know, because I'm just always there quiet and I don't know what to say. Yeah, people at work love to hate and question my work, but whatever, it's not my responsibility to explain myself and tell them why I'm worthy of their respect and their admiration of me. Like, I know what I'm doing is absolutely fine, and I know I'm super smart and capable at my job. Say what you want, I'm out here pouring my energy into doing rather than talking. She was supposed to be my friend and she really turned around and said all of that horrible stuff about me. I can't believe someone would stab me in the back like that. Like, what did I do to her to accept this treatment from someone I was supposed to trust? Okay, I did not see that one coming, but evidently you definitely have some stuff you have to work through if that's the way you're gonna act out. So ew, at least I don't have to deal with you anymore because you actually showed me your true colors. Never got anything to do with me. So you see the difference? The bad bitch, she is so unbothered, okay? Because as I said in episode 1 of this series, bitches are not about being mean or talking down to people. That's the haters, okay? That's the bullies out there that are trying to tear people down because they're so insecure. But a bitch is so confident. Why would she ever need to tear anybody down when she loves herself and is obsessed with herself so much? She is always thinking about herself. She is always concerned with how she can level up and better her life. Why would she ever expend her precious time and energy on worrying about how other people feel about themselves, okay? They can deal with themselves like how she's dealing with herself. So she is so unbothered all of the time. She knows that people are simply projecting. She never cares what anybody else has to say about her. The right people are always going to come into her life, and the sooner that people show their true colors, the better. And she also knows that the more that she exudes this confident, unbothered energy that she has developed and taught herself, because truly, the bitch, once upon a time, was also an insecure girl. Hello, me. She taught herself, okay? This is a mindset shift. This is entering your villain era. So if you feel like you are so far from this right now, I promise you, you are also capable of this. Nobody is born with this confidence. It is developed and it is self-taught. You got this. I believe in you, and I hope you learned some really valuable lessons from this video. If you did, please comment down below and let me know what you enjoyed from it. This is actually the first video I'm filming in my new apartment in London. I am still trying to figure out the right, like, filming area. I think for all of the episodes in this series, How to Be a Bitch, it will be filmed in my closet, you know, giving like fashion girl, bougie vibes. I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of this series. Let me know if you want more episodes in this series. I also have different playlists on my channel, the Watch This When series, Girl Talk. If those are more series that you want to see more videos within them, then comment down below, let me know that you want to see them first. I really look forward to your feedback and your comments. I appreciate you, and I'll see you same time next week on Friday for a brand new video. Mwah!